Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to help you set up your document so that you're ready to write. Now this includes making choices about your margins, your page orientation, line spacing, font style, and font size. Now I've opened up a new blank Word document. And the first thing I'm going to do is choose my font style and font size. So to do that, I'm going to click on the Home tab. And in the font group, I've got my font style drop arrow. Now I can scroll through and see all the font styles. Or if there's one that I know the name of and I want to use it, I can type it in this window and it'll start to come up. When I hit enter, it selects it. For font size, I just click the font size drop arrow. I'm going to go with a 12. And then for line spacing, if you look in the paragraph group, there's a line and paragraph spacing drop arrow. So line spacing determines the amount of blank space between each typed line. So for this document, I'm going to make it a double space. So I'm going to choose 2.0. Now for the rest of my settings, I need to go to the Layout tab. I'm going to set my margins. Now your margins are the blank area around the perimeter of your document. So it's the top, bottom, left, and right. So if I click the margins drop arrow, there's a whole bunch of preset settings for margins, and they're all named. Or I could set my own by going to custom margins and adjusting the top, bottom, left, and right. So I'm going to make them each a 1/2 inch. And the rule of thumb is that your left and right margin should be the same and your top and bottom should be the same. You might have different circumstances for some situations, like if you were using a hole punch machine, then you might need to make your left margin thicker than your right, okay? Or maybe if you had a header on your document, you might have to make your top wider. But the general rule of thumb is top and bottom have to match and left and right have to match. You get a little preview of what it's going to look like. You can choose if you want to apply it to the whole document or from the point of wherever your cursor is forward. I'm going to do it for the whole document. And I'm going to click OK. Now, orientation is right here. And your orientation determines how the document's going to print, how your text is going to be laid out. So portrait is vertically, and that's the default setting. And landscape is horizontal. I like portrait. And you might have noticed that from my custom margins, I had an option to adjust my orientation there. Okay, another place where you get that is if you click your page setup list arrow, that opens up this page setup window that we saw a second ago when we adjusted our margin sizes. And it also gives you your orientation and landscape. Okay, so once you've made those choices, font size, font style, line spacing, orientations, and set your margins, then you are ready to write.